Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. So we're going to continue in Hoohoo Village, and we're actually going to go to Hoohoo Mountain now. And this is where the game starts to get a little bit more interesting, but let's just continue on. First, we of course need to get hammers because Fawful was very mean and put some big giant blocks in the way. And we get to run into some new enemies, and these are going to be these weird bean things, beanies, and these guys, darn it, keep messing up the jumps. So they have a couple of different attacks, and they're not really too difficult, and we're going to run into them pretty often throughout the game. They show up a few other times. Oh wow, that's a good one. And also we're getting woo beans. Beans are going to become extremely helpful later on, so okay. Let's see, that one looked like a bunch of ones. Let's try hit points, and one again. Yeah. Okay, Luigi, I don't think I've gotten higher than a 1 for those level ups yet so far, so that's really annoying, but anyway, being able to finish off these beanies in one hit is always nice. And I believe, yep, there's a mushroom over there. And let's see if I can jump on you. Nope, for some reason that didn't count as a jump. Okay, can I kill you in one hit? Nope, but Luigi is going to be a little bit slower than these beanies. So you could see there they had that other attack where they kind of wait for a second and try to feign an attack, and I don't really know why they do that, but it's kind of funny. You could actually do a lot of this area without the high jump, but it kind of becomes pretty impossible to do this area without a high jump pretty quick, so anyway, that guy, so I guess they only have 6 health. Huh, interesting. Okay, so I am gonna spend the time killing most of these enemies in this game just because it does help in the long run. Okay, that's Mountain Trail. Oh, I remember. Jeez. Dang it, Luigi. There is a lot more to this mountain than I remember there being. Luigi's gonna take some damage. No? Okay. Actually, okay, I shouldn't say that there's a lot more than I remember there being. I should say I forgot what we're gonna have to do, and I just now remembered, and it's so much fun. Because this game is just awesome. Okay. Syrup. That may come in handy for the boss of this area. We'll see. Now, before I go down there... Okay. Yep. Just checking sure, and let's take out a few of these enemies. Oh, cool. Now we get to run into Dry Bones again. Or not again, but for the first time. There's also another kind of interesting dino enemy later in this game. Can't remember. That was the Luigi spin. Man, Luckies all days. Okay, so they are just called Dry Bones. They're a little bit different from the Dry Bones in other games, but you know, what are you gonna do? And there's another bean spot kind of down there with the X and the depression and the dirt. And that's another reason you have to come back to this area later, but it's really annoying coming back to the Hoohoo Mountain because you can either go through Stardust Fields or there's another way you can go later on that we'll get to, but it's just... I don't know, getting here, there's just no easy way. And these Dry Bones, for some reason, love to attack Luigi. I don't know why they're so anti-Luigi, but I don't think I've ever had them attack Mario. Yep, there we go. Luigi again. His head will just spin kind of on a different axis when he's gonna attack Mario. So anyway, nothing else to do down there. That's just a bunch of, oh, that's just some enemies. But anyway, this is kind of cool. Whoa! Super speed. Tornado there. Okay, so I think... Alright, this is always fun. Let's kill these Dry Bones first. Aw, sorry, Luigi. I forgot that they'll throw their heads at you. Oh, Luigi, you're probably going to take a little bit of damage now. Yep, okay. And Luigi once again. Come on, Mario. No? Okay. I want one of the Dry Bones to attack Mario. There we go. That kind of spinny is the head one, so... I mean, what am I saying? That kind of spin head is the Mario attack. And wow, there's another Mario? It's probably like 50-50 chance, but for the most part, they've attacked Luigi most of the time here. Man, I thought that would kill that Dry Bones. Okay, now I believe, yep, there's a dry bones over here. That one's usually pretty easy to jump on. One of the harder things to do is when these guys spin their heads at you, jumping on them in the overworld can be pretty, it's a weird challenge, it's kind of tough. These dry bones do not like Mario for some reason. Okay, now I think it's been enough time since I've gotten up his power. I can probably up that a little bit. Although I kind of want more bros points, but more power is fine, so let's do that. Probably 1 again, right? Oh, a 2! Huh. Interesting. Alright, so we need to turn on this water here, and we'll need to use it to put out that fire. And we're actually going to be coming out of here. And just to make this a little bit easier, we're going to shut off these guys. Or we're going to kill these guys here. Ha! Killed him. Okay, Luigi, I think, once again, your speed, I don't know, maybe we don't need your speed. Let's get your power up so you can start doing as much damage as Mario. 3, nice! I think that's pretty close to Mario's power now. Okay, so there's a couple of boxes up there we're gonna have to get, and I just want to show over here. There's another bean, and there's also a box to the right that we'll get later. So anyway, let's continue on, and we will get that, we'll get that water going, get the syrup there. We're gonna have to do it here too. So that's what this is talking about. Now, we'll just do it this way like we did in Hoohoo Village, and we'll just use up Mario, or fill him up, and then jump on him with Luigi. That will make all of this steam that will get sucked down and then put into this really weird statue face. I don't even know what to call it. And then back upwards we go. If I could jump correctly, there we go. Now let's spin, and then we're gonna spin this way to get this box. And let's spin over here, and a very lovely save point. I think in my walkthrough when I recorded this it must have been 2 or 3 years ago by now, I think I ended the video after every save point, which isn't a bad way to end the tutorials, but we are not making a walkthrough now, so no reason to. And let's get more coins, even though we don't have to pay anybody coins for a very long time. I don't think we're gonna have to for a while. I think there's a point where we're gonna have to give some jellyfish sisters a couple hundred coins, and that'll be a little bit painful, but for the most part, as long as you don't spend everything straight away, it's not a big deal. Wow, a lucky 13 this early on. I've never had that happen before. I'm having some good level up powers with you, Mario. And a lucky 10. Your stash points are working hard. Okay, so we'll take out all of these guys on the bottom, because if you fill Mario up with water and then you get hit by an enemy, that will actually get rid of all the water, so then you'll have to go back to Mario or you'll have to go back to the water to get Mario filled up again. Wow, these fights are going pretty quick. That's nice. So yeah, anyway, there's going to be 2 of them. There's going to be this one, and then there's going to be one in the next room, and I think I'm going to YOLO it and just try to get the one in the next room before I fight enemies. I know I've done it before. I made like this challenge for this game where you fight no enemies except the bosses, and if you run into an enemy you have to run away, so that's kind of brutal with the coins. Oh, there we go. The beanie saw me straight away. So this part was really challenging with that challenge that I made for myself just because of this reason right here. And I mean, there were other rules, like you couldn't change your gear, you had to use the same gear, and it was a lot of fun. It was actually kind of hard. And then I think I made it where if you leveled up, you had to put it into useless things. So I think I just said, I don't know what I put it in, but I think I think what I said was you had to put it into the same thing, so your chances of getting it up significantly are lowered, because if you put the same skill into the same like stat thing every time you level up, then you have a way higher chance to get a 1. And I think I must have done speed or something. I don't really know. All of them are pretty useful. I don't think I said stash because that causes crits, but yeah. So anyway, it was kind of a fun challenge. And the hard part was near the end when you're kind of timed for the boss fights. That became a little bit difficult, but it's not too bad. It was. I should find it. I wrote it down somewhere. Maybe I'll put it in the description of these videos for anyone who wants to try. Oops. Oh, and I think I allowed. Whoops, sorry about that, Mario. I think I allowed the use of items, but I may not have. And I was looking online for other people's challenges, and some of them wouldn't let you use bros moves that much, but I didn't really think that mattered too much, so I didn't really care if they were used or not. Anyway, we will turn on the water here, and I think the first boss of this area will be next. No! Okay, I said I'd get as many of those. Oh, sorry, Luigi. Keep walking into these. I said I'd get as many of these boxes as I can, so we gotta go back now. I don't think I need to high jump up there. Okay, let's try this again. Oh my goodness. You know, part of it really is the controls on the Wii U. They're just different enough. Probably they're responsive enough that it makes it a little bit harder than on the Game Boy Advance, so that's part of my issue here. Okay, mushroom. Oh, I thought that was a super mushroom. Kind of annoying. Alright, so let's go fill up this Super Mario here, and then we will put out this flame. Okay. And then we can spin our way over, and don't forget to come up here. I think there's a 1-up up here, which does come in handy. Yeah, there's a 1-up right there, and then there's a couple of coins. So that's always good, and then there's a save point because our boss, and probably one of the first annoying mini games of my childhood. We'll see why that is in the next video.